In this video, I'm going to be talking about Kraken Robotics Inc., trading at 80 cents, ticker KRKNF, one that I called out at 40 cents, just 9 months ago, and one that has not diluted a single share in the last 9 months, and probably longer than that, but since I uploaded that video 9 months ago and called it at 40 cents, they have not diluted a single share. With all these OTC companies, that's one of the biggest things to look at. So no dilution in the last 9 months. Like I said, could be way longer than that, but that's since I first called this one out. Now they have a $164 million market cap, and they have $1 billion in their sales funnel pipeline. They're projecting around $100 to $200 million for revenue in 2024. Revenue growth has been growing very aggressively. I think it's been around 70% year over year or something like that. Kraken Robotics Inc. is a marine technology company founded in 2012 that is dedicated to the design and production software-centric sensors, deep sea batteries, underwater robotic systems, and underwater survey solutions. And guys, their devices are actively being used by the U.S. Navy. They have big government contracts with the U.S. government, big contracts in Europe, and they are expanding globally. This is their website right here. They have all these products that they are using for their robotic systems and for their research purposes. And we're going to talk about a lot of big updates that have happened with this company. But keep in mind, guys, I did call this one for a 100% gainer. So, if you are enjoying this content, tap the like button. On my last video, just around 6 or 7 days ago, VHAI stock was called. And, you'll look at the stock price around, you say, it dropped, what happened? But you can see I called this one in pre-market at $1.70. I called it on Twitter and on StockTwits, I think at like 6 or 7 a.m. or very early that day. And you can see this one went from, this was on the 27th right here after I made that video on pre-market. It went all the way up from $1.70 to $2.70 for, a 60% gainer. And guys, you should have banked off that play and took profit immediately. And this $2.70 was up, 50 or 60% plus. The sell-off happened. And, this was just a micro float play that I knew would trend up, or I had a good feeling it would. I did call Bitcoin at 35,000. It doubled, and that was a 100% gainer, guys. And Bitcoin did just break the all-time high at 69,000. I think it hit like 69.4K and then dropped. So we could see a pullback with that. As of right now, yeah, I told you guys that was probably what was going to happen when it hit 68,000. I said once it tests the all-time high in resistance at 69,000, it's either going to pull back and have a correction or break it and gap up like crazy. Obviously, we broke it, hit 69.4K, and now we have the pullback. It's currently trading at 65,000. May continue to pull back to 60,000. It's really hard to tell, or it might. We'll just have to see what happens. Trading at 81 cents, guys. I think this one is still undervalued. I did call this one at 40 cents. It is up, 2x in the last 9 months. Just yesterday, had a big PR come out. Kraken Robotics signs cooperative research and development agreement with U.S. Navy for next generation synthetic armature sonar SAS beamforming. Basically, they signed a cooperative research and development agreement, which is a CRADA, with the Naval Undersea Warfare Center Division in Newport. Objective of this project is to conduct joint research into advanced signal processing techniques for the current and future generation of synthetic armature sonar SAS sensor technology. This also includes exploration into enhanced image processing techniques such as data fusion, image registration, multispectral image enhancement, and automated target recognition, guys. And they have signed, it says right here, they have signed multiple CRADAs, which are basically cooperative research and development agreements with the U.S. government agencies since 2012. So including NUWC, Division Newport, and much more. And one of the biggest thing is, like I said, have not diluted a single share in almost a year, or probably, longer than that. And the float is sitting around 206 million. So a pretty good share structure for an OTC company. Revenue numbers are growing very rapidly. Balance sheet, it looks like they are running out of cash, which could be a concern. That's one negative I did see when looking at this one. I haven't really looked at this stock in a very long time, but total liabilities are sitting at 30 million compared to $52 million in total assets, which isn't really that bad. It's actually looking pretty good. 2024, they currently expect revenue between 90 million to $100 million, and they are profitable as of right now. And they say the EBITDA is in the $18 million to $24 million range. This one is very undiscovered and could really take off, especially once they do reach broader markets. If they do uplist to the NASDAQ and they continue this momentum, this is still definitely one that you should watch, even though it is up 100% since I last covered it. Still one of the hottest stocks that is undiscovered in the OTC markets. Just 1 week ago, Kraken Robotics mine hunting systems operational with the Royal Danish Navy. So this contract was signed in September 2020 following a competitive bidding process under the contract with the Danish Ministry of Defense Acquisition and Logistics Organization, the DALO. Kraken has delivered 4 complete turnkey mine hunting systems, with each system consisting of a catfish, towed synthetic aperture sonar, which I will show you what that does in just a second. 2023, they also entered into a 7-year sustainment contract with the DALO, with options for further 7-year extensions for a total possible 21 years of sustainment. So guys, they are actually looking in the long-term picture right here. And guys, I'll be on the lookout for more government or just any contracts. They're trying to expand globally and looking at their products, which I do have another video on this company back when I called it at 40 cents. But they do have the ALRS, they have the unmanned launch and recovery system, the sea power pressure tolerant batteries that they actually do sell and have contracts for, Aquapix synthetic aperture sonar, and the catfish sonar vehicle. They say Kraken sales funnel pipeline at the end of December was over 900 million. So that's very big right there, considering they only have a $170 million market cap or $165 million market cap, trading at 80 cents. This is definitely one to watch out for. That could expand very rapidly or get bought out by a bigger company. Right now, I'm going to show you some of the trades I took last week and the trade I took yesterday and some other trades like that, because I do bet against the market, whether that's shorting or doing put options. I feel like I have a better edge when I bet against stocks because, you know, that's just how I trade. And I don't really post videos on these because, you know, most people, when they're looking up a stock, they're looking for something that's they're bullish on or a stock that's going to make them a lot of money. They're not really looking at something, they're not literally searching a stock that, you know, they're trying to bet money on that's going to go down, whether that's shorting it or doing puts or whatever. But, you know, on the last, 5 or 10 trades that I have bet against stocks, I have, all those have hit, pretty much a 100% success rate, except when I did go against NVDA. But that is okay because I did hit on the last 5 trades after that I have bet against stock. So last stock I did do options on was Friday, and I actually added these on Friday because I knew this one would go down on Monday, and I was very confident with that one. So I didn't want to do any shorts. I just wanted to get in and get out the same day. I said this one, I still like it long term. As you guys know, I did call out PLTR at $10. It spiked all the way up to $25, but sometimes I just follow these stocks that I am long on, and I just know their patterns and I know their habits. I just know the emotions of retail investors. Basically, everybody should have known that it wouldn't make the S&P 500 on Friday, and that news came out, but it may make it, probably in later, maybe in Q4 this year, something like that. But they do have some stuff to work on, even though this is a very good play in the long term, or could be. And this stock is up 55% or at least 50% in the last month. And basically, we were expecting a pullback anyways. Had a double top that got rejected at the resistance wall on the exact same day last Friday, and had that S&P 500 news at the same time. So here's the wall right here. It kept getting rejected. It actually got rejected, looks like, 6 or 7 times or, something like that. And then that's where we entered the put options. And this one spiked all the way down, still going down, 1% today. And yeah, guys, so this is why I took this position and was very confident on it, even though I think PLTR can make it in the long run. In the last video, I did cover VHAI. That one went up, and I told you ticker SOUN would probably, pull back on earnings. And that's exactly why I bet on this one, because I already, I already called this one at $2 for a swing. It went all the way up to $8. You saw that video. I predicted that one, and they basically needed a very big beat to justify the price going up like that. So I obviously told you guys in the video, I didn't expect anything special. And considering this one was up, 200% plus, or, went from $2 to $8, up hundreds of percent, or basically went from $2 to $8 in like the last month or two or something like that, just very fast. It needed, a very good beat to justify the price action in the last month or two. So basically it came out a double miss on earnings. Earnings need work. Basically I knew the earnings needed work, and they were, had very high expectations after the run up and expected a pullback anyways. And I told you guys I was doing SOUN putts here, and this one's down 21% since. And then with all the Bitcoin miners, I was betting against a few of these, including CLSK and Mara. So didn't really do anything with HUT. But guys, these miners, I expected a very big pullback. Now, why did I expect a pullback with these miners? Well, most of these went from, they basically have 4x since the Bitcoin hype, since Bitcoin went from $35,000 to $70,000, or since Bitcoin doubled. These stocks have actually 4x. So I was expecting a pullback anyways with these. and timed it right, and these did pay off as well. So CLSK and Mara did pay off well. If you do want to see some of my trades, just follow me on Twitter or on StockTwiz at 6K_investor. And Bitcoin did just break an all-time high. We've been watching that very closely yesterday, and that was really all I cared about, except I did get out of my trade very early with my options yesterday and was just focusing on Bitcoin. Just either way, we have the halving coming up very soon. Guys, let me know what you think about Bitcoin, crypto, and any other penny stocks or stocks you're